Get the
No.
fuck out.
Ah, sì, ha detto 3 volte la parola quella e...
No, 6 volte.
6. Ah, ancora meglio. Ancora meglio. Grande Peter.
Ma what's that, bro? Fucking mobo. Oh.
Ma... Quindi c'è chi può vincere?
Ma sono gli emergenti in questo periodo.
Chi più?
C'è sicuramente Mongra,
Vabbè.
Strano.
non sarà come nel 30, non lo so,
A parte che hai detto emergenza.
che la maggior parte sono gli emergenti.
Perché ti sei fatto uccidere da gomma rosa?
Non ci sarà altro, non bomba rosa. Non tranquillo. Mi un po' è solo per spam, non sei visto.
No, non ho visto. Sono decisamente accecato.
Un po' di lag per
We're
capire.
just the best fighting team here, and any trail that runs into us will always get wiped.
Okay, are you expecting teams to come running into you?
No,
Ancora gomma rosa. L'ho fregato, l'ho
Okay,
fregato.
I can't wait to
Si è
see you
vendicato.
guys dropping from the battle bus today. Good luck, guys. I think
Mini spam.
we need to hear
Cecchinata.
some more
No, non è una cecchina, semplicemente sta laggando così tanto. Perché c'è sotto le FNCS e poi sono sti cose che giocano perché non mi sa più.
Ma stai parlando con qualcuno?
Eh sì, cioè non c'è un cazzo di nessuno però.
Up next is Shadow Sphinx and Muzz. Even with the odds against them, this trio's got no problems with defeating expectations to finish with promising results.
The terror of EU, Flixie, Benno, and Vico. After day one, they showed their potential with one win. Now they need to fully show out in order to steal that top spot.
It's a new day for Razzle, Raito, and Tay-Tay. And after having the night to review, maybe they'll bring some new results with it.
A warm welcome to Pablo, Bonaxi, and Gino. Being contested didn't stop them from getting a victory. Now they just need to continue to take matters in their own hands and win it all.
Banjo, Bing, Malamuka, and Wax. With the heart of Leon behind them, it just might be all the motivation they need to kick things into overdrive for a strong finish.
Give it up for Chap Reason and Mr. Savage. With 3 games inside the top 6, they've shown experience and firepower. But now it's show the world what you got left.
Snowy, Ryu, and San put on quite the show yesterday with their constant box fighting. And if they add some good placements with it, then the Middle East might just be due for an upset.
The NA champs, Peterbox, Gold, and Ritual. With their backs up against the wall, there's only one thing they can do. Take over the competition like they've done many times before.
Nothing to lose, but everything to gain. It's Cassie, Tinka, and Aspect. Looks can be deceiving, so don't sleep on some of Oshi's finest. They're ready to lock in.
It's Visual, Praise, and a Minish. Even though things didn't go their way day one, they're just a couple of games away from a comeback. It's now or never.
Ooh la la! It's Swizzy, Queasy, and Merstash! Their gameplay said everything, while their results wrote a new chapter in Fortnite history. This is your moment, so take it!
What do you think of the new look, Leon? I'm starting to feel like a professional Fortnite player, but actually now I need to talk to some. Vico, 7th place right now on the leaderboard. Is a win still possible?
Yeah, I think like it's kind of hard, but 1% chance, 99% faith. I think Greasy's got this in the bag though, but nothing's impossible, you know?
You seem to be very nice about some of your fellow European teams, also the American ones. I saw you fist pumping some of the North American guys. Is it all love on this stage?
So, Asuna, it's not all love. There's 0 French players at this LAN. Keep booing me.
Okay, I might give him the sunglasses to put back on. Flixie, let me come to you because you do have top 5 experience from last year. And I want to know how you learned to go even further from last year to this year.
I mean, this year we played first in Globit in the first FNCS, so we know how to win and we're gonna do it today. So yeah.
Well, I have a feeling these guys are going to start to really enjoy being the villains when they prove themselves in just a few moments. But for now, let's head to Choco.
Hello back. Cette fois-ci, je suis avec Fredoxy, Pablo, Wigo et Gino.
Let's fucking go.
Hier soir, you won the last game.
I'm place one, bro.
You feel because you
Get
are
the
the last
fuck
one
out.
who won a game and you come back. Are you proud of yourself and are you here with a good energy?
Yeah, I mean, we finally got to like get loot off spawn, and hopefully we can continue today, winning a game.
Ils vont continuer de gagner aujourd'hui. So have you tried to change some things or have you moved anything in your plan, in your strategy?
Yeah, we viewed, of course, but I can't tell too much here.
So let's not thinking about it. Do you feel that the crowd is crazy in France?
No, I don't feel like they're against us, but they're definitely with their mate.
They are. Thank you very much. Let's go back to Frankie.
Thank you very much. I'm just getting visuals and praise to stand up. And Minish, please, on your feet. You're in 22nd place, okay? We can't afford to have you rest on your laurels here. What's the plan?
I'm just locking in, you know, getting in the flow state.
Just like leaning back in the flight chair. Yeah, that's properly locking in. And Minish, what's the plan?
We're landing on Queasy.
Oh, landing on the hive. That's a very tricky drop spot, though, Braids. It's an incredibly tricky drop spot, the hive, especially when you're up against the players who are at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, we have practiced it in the practice arena a little bit, so we should be hopefully doing good.
Visuals are believing this is really going to happen. You're really going to drop at the hive today.
I guess you'll have to find out.
I think we will have to find out. One last time, please, Leon. This
Let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. There's no way they're gonna land on Queens. There's no way they're gonna land on Queasy, right? There's no way.
A little bit of farming going on. I'm pretty sure they did a good. See what happens, but a little buzzer beater right there, kind of getting that clip in.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a bit of mind games, I don't know. It's not like they're directly contesting them on the leaderboard, right? They're quite far behind, but for that team, you know, they're going to be trying to think about new strategies. What can we actually do to climb our way up in the standings? Because it's a team that we have, of course, seen throughout the year doing pretty well in NA, right? They haven't necessarily had a great season in terms of divisional cups. This Globus is not so great, but when it comes to this stage, anything can happen. You've got 6 games now. The world's your oyster.
Yeah, I want to call out Benno there. You know, love him or hate him, Benno is a character, bro. Guys walking out ice cold with the shades on, howling out, hey look, Boomy, there's no French trios here though. That's, you know, that's ice cold, Benno.
I mean, yeah, obviously Benno kind of walking out like that, right? A lot of the trios still seeming to be in high spirits, kind of, you know, Pete reminding everybody of the FNCS wins as he comes out as well. But I think there was one of those walkouts that stuck out more than all of the others, right? And it's going to be the last one, of course. The crowd giving it utmost loudest roar, I'm pretty sure, of the weekend so far for Queasy, Swizzy, and Moustache, and they deserve it.
And they love it. They absolutely love it. They're playing to it. Their play style sort of panders to it as well, right? Playing that high ground. Even the fraggers, of course, doing exactly what they do best, just providing highlight reel after highlight reel. They're a great team to watch. So not only, of course, we have 2 players on NA, they're also just great entertainers as a team. You can hear it. They absolutely love them, and for good reason.
Yeah, man, look at Sweezy chasing there, man. I love to see this. I mean, guys, look, if we get any more victorials out of this trio today, I will lose my voice, and I feel like everyone in the stands will as well. Again, we could be looking at our new local champions. They had such a lead coming into today, and now we have to just hope whatever else is going on, that they're prepared. Maybe an ace dropping on them. I don't think so, but you know, we just gotta hope that they hold on strong.
I mean, yeah, they definitely have to, right? Globals, it's been a very rare occurrence for any of our winners who have 12 good games. So far, they've had 6. If they can continue to do well, pick up those top 5s like they have done consistently so, yeah, nobody's going to be able to catch them. But like I already said, very unlikely that they won't have, you know, a bad game in the mix. And once they do, that's going to kind of open the gates for all of the other trios got to catch up.
I'm calling it right here. It's not a crazy prediction, I'll be honest. Queasy game 1 win. They're doing it. It's such a Queasy thing to do. Looking at the VODs, making sure they're adapting to the lobby, coming out of the gate strong. It's such a Queasy, Swizzy, and Mustache thing to do. They're playing it so well. They might have trouble later on down the line. I think a lot more teams, as we see a lot, quite often in Fortnite tournaments, is they need to try and boost their way up in the standings for their own good. So they might try and take height, but that first game, keep an eye on them.
Okay, all right, listen, I'm going to make a bold prediction here. I'm going to say Kanata is going to come back, win 3 more games today, because that's what he personally told me. I'm going to win 4 at LAN. So I got to believe in NA. We're making a resurgence, okay? Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years, okay? Everything's all good to go. But you heard that sound. The battle bus is ready. 6 games here. Championship Sunday. After this, we will know who the new global champions are. It's game time!
Almost a year in the making just to get to this global championship. 3 different majors. So much heartbreak, emotion, and passion going into this moment. An 185-point lead for Queasy, Swizzy, and Mustache. It's going to take everything that these players have just to take them down, let alone steal away that top spot.
It's always going to be a battle of mental fortitude, though, in a 2-day format, Jacob. And with a whole night to review, I'm expecting to see a lot of adaptations at Pixie. Already feeling a little bit of pressure. Tags applied from a distance, but this is what it's really all about. Rangers ruin for Noxy. Pablo's already down for Noxy with the sweeper. He's trying to see if he can wrap around, provide a little bit of supportive measures. Triz is gonna fall. This could be everything right now, but Gino is trying to wrap around. Gino knows he might as well just finish this elimination off. We don't want to allow any kind of revive opportunity. 2 eliminations locked in though, with Tayson having fallen to Chicho. Chicho barely standing, but it's all for Noxy, Pablo, and Gino to win it out. Now let's see what they're really about for these end games.
And this time around, versus so many other games, they finished this fight rather quickly, minimizing the chance of any third party coming over. And you know, I know, and I think the world is on notice now. When Ferdoxy is able to get off spawn, he goes on runs.
Queasy, Swizzy, and Mustache. A little bit of rumblings taking place all throughout the course of the early morning hours, and even leading into this morning inside the player practice room. You heard the possibilities. Maybe Queasy gets contested. That's not going to be the case, at least not for Game 7. Same scenario taking place for his, Yamso, and Clicks. And keep in mind, Jacob, these guys are still well within striking range of top 5.
Yeah, 8th place, basically to end the day yesterday, and it's kind of building momentum, building confidence. These guys have all played on the global stage before. They just need to go ahead and channel it. This is day 2, the last chance, 6 games. They just have to leave no regrets left on that table, just like this team here. Contested, uncontested, they made it work no matter what went their way from the Kappa factory, and now they are just a few big games away from potentially taking a second or even a first place spot, depending how Swizzy, Quizzy, and Mustache continue to perform throughout the day.
And while being uncontested is a likely ideal for Seti, Bender, and Yapko, it does force them to have to revisit where is our search strategy going to come into play. They're not the only ones that have had to take those instances and just rewrite how they want to work it through. Dark Demon's Picks, on the other hand, just working, waiting, farming, an epic whale with a dastardly plan.
You said it yourself, lurking, but from one team to another, you're kind of seeing the change up of strategies. Instead of finding out over at Dystopia, it looks like Epic Paper and Victor V are ready to make moves. 72 points after day number 1 is a hole that they didn't even expect themselves to be in. Especially to start the day, it was Victor V that stopped the momentum from building from Peterbot himself by taking him out in a crucial 1v1 to save Epic Well because he was down.
It actually looks like Epic Well, Paper, and Victor V might have visited that bird a little bit too late. Eye drop and go likely already stripped most of the metal here. left behind. Paper, Victor V, and Epic, they didn't exactly have the most primed up loadouts, so they got to be really wary of that team on Shining Span.
Just kind of taking the risk of not being able to get loot early on, try to get a fight to go their way. We'll see if it does continue to work out, but Peterbot, Cold, and Ritual still spinning that wheel, landing at the outskirts, not contesting Dystopia, and quickly moving on over towards Foxy Floodgates. You know that Visuals, Braids, and Diminish typically do land over here. They're already gone position, and that team in front that they're hunting down. But from one side of the map to the next, the contesting can still continue. Adapter landing good shots on the pump, forcing him back, and he's kind of separated from the rest of the team. That's going to give Adapter just a little bit of confidence to move on over. But since he doesn't know exactly where all three members of this tree are at, it's just a little bit too risky for him to keep that aggression up as Baka, Pars, and Pump all drop down low to that low ground just to refarm what little materials that they do have.
Problem is, both of these teams are now rather isolated, Jacob. They spent a decent amount of time in this position, way far east of everybody else. So now Adapter, Mansorter, they don't even have any materials. They were trying to count on this opportunity, but when the time to elimination isn't wrapped up nice and pretty like what we witnessed in Jason and Pornography, you just get these drawn-out exchanges, and it's not necessarily going to benefit either team because they're both really low on materials. They're so far out of the way compared to everybody else. They still gotta push in eventually, and they're not really going to get a whole lot off of the other party, even if one does win the fight. So Adapter, Mansorter, Balor, they spot it out. They know they can't afford to spend any more time. They need to create some space.
Yeah, and I kind of like what you said, where there's not enough resources as well. And you got to realize, even if they do win this fight, especially Baka, Pars, and Pump, they are missing chunks of shield, a little bit of HP, so Storm Surge is not going to be much, even with that elimination there on the Mansoor. Not sure that he did get the memo that the rest of his team already rotated out, but that's a blessing in disguise for Baka, Pars, and Pump. Just a little bit of surge, but as I was saying, it's not a ton, so their job isn't done just yet. They're going to have to be predators in this lobby to try to hunt and figure out where they can start to accumulate that damage.